Shout out to you guys on this Sunday night. I look forward from hearing from you guys. What's up? What's up? What's up? Tomorrow night we're gonna have a space too. We're gonna be talking about that documentary. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it on Amazon Tether. We're also gonna be talking about a documentary as well too. And we're gonna probably have the one with about Cincinnati and the situation going up in there with gentrification and everything else, and just the way a lot of folks have been being crapped on. So we're gonna be talking about two documentaries tomorrow night in the actual space as well too. So we say shout out to my people that's gonna be coming into YouTube tonight, guys. Make sure you go ahead and click those notification bells. For all my people that's gonna be coming up in YouTube, click the notification bells. Make sure you go ahead, share out tonight's broadcast. Definitely subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Like I said, once again, click that notification bell. Share out the actual broadcast, like, share, subscribe. What's up, Buckshot, M Diesel? And I know y'all been this whole thing with the Diddy thing, man. It didn't take long before that actual settlement came about. I didn't think it was gonna be that quick. I figured that he may settle it, but I didn't think it would be that quick. I didn't think after a day it would actually be settled. So tonight's the night we're talking about is Diddy. By settling, is he finished pretty much? Is his career pretty much gonna be in the crap after selling this lawsuit? The actual everything that was signed is pretty much closed. They didn't let you know exactly what was what in the actual settlement, which is understandable. But we want to know, is Diddy gonna be finished tonight? Is Diddy career finished? Is Bad Boy finished? I know Diddy was recently honored. He's been getting a lot of Lifetime Achievement Awards. I think he had a Lifetime Achievement Award with MTV. He's always been real marketable. And now you have to look at something like this as cloud hanging over him because she leveled all kind of allegations. It's not just about her situation of what she claimed of being abused and assaulted sexually and everything as well, too. She started throwing other allegations out there that didn't have nothing to even do with her. She started talking about situations with Suge Knight, Kid Cudi, all kind of situations and stuff like that. So you can kind of understand why you like, hey, maybe the settlement, maybe he'd have no choice but to make that settlement. Shout out to Be Nice. Be Nice just touched down over there. YouTube, Be Nice. You say, I don't think so. I don't know. And that's what we're going to be discussing tonight, Be Nice. I don't know, because that settlement came out quick. I was thinking like, damn, if you were going to settle, why not just settle from day one? Because y'all had to be in contact behind the scenes or whatever. And I know his lawyers came out and was saying that $30 million she was talking about, they were trying to hit him up, extort him for whatever. I don't know what the final number was. I don't know what the final tally was in this or whatever, but she got everybody's attention. The big thing on social media right now, a lot of people backing Cassie and they applaud her for coming out. A lot of people saying, if you're really about justice and this and that or whatever, why would you take the money? Why would you not want justice? Everybody has to remember this is a civil lawsuit. This was a civil lawsuit. Peace to you as well, Cruise Control over there on YouTube as well. Peace to you. This is a civil lawsuit, so this was not going to court in terms of a criminal trial. This was not a criminal trial, and from my understanding, the statute of limitations from what people were saying was actually running out as well too, in terms of her being able to pursue such a thing with a lawsuit. So factor in the statute of limitations and everything else that went on. This is what we got today. I see my man DJ's up in the space. DJ, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, fam? Just landing. Hope all is well. What's up with everybody tonight? Let's get it in. Michael Rapaport, you a talker.
Oh, Michael Rapaport. Hey, DJ, the Michael Rapaport was in that movie back in the day, Zipperhead or what? Zebrahead. When he was the one dating the black chick.
That movie do sound familiar too, though. But I'm gonna look it up real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was Zebrahead. Like this Joker he was always in these black type movies as well too. Always, because I believe in Zebrahead. If I'm not wrong, wasn't he the one that was dating the girl that was on Dead Presidents? The actual sister of the one Lorenz Tate character was going with on that, I believe. It's been so long. I believe he was dating her on there. So like this character, he's always had his nose and he's always been in these black movies and everything else. He was in what's the one Spike Lee and Bamboozle. He was on Bamboozle. He was like the producer on there. And it was like with all of these stereotypical characters and stuff like that as well, too. He was on Bamboozle. So he's always had his nose in black culture. You can't tell him he's black. He was selling out last year, I believe, earlier this year. He was selling out to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant hold him up on Twitter. Next thing you know, your boy started leaking the damn DMs, got KD suspended for like 10 games. Now, you was talking real hard on the app, nephew. And then when KD checked your card, then you went running and you got this man suspended. So, you black at times because you got a black wife or whatever. And then all of a sudden now you're no longer black or whatever. And he's been talking stupid. Y'all. So we sliding up in all of this. Shout out to everybody coming up in here, guys. Y'all tweet the actual space out. Shout out real quick to Cruise Control. Thank you for your contribution on Cash App. I'm gonna touch up on the Diddy thing because that's what everybody wants to hear about. We're gonna touch up on the Diddy thing, and we're gonna also touch up on the situation going on with Michael Rapaport, because Michael Rapaport lately, he's been doing these little TikTok videos he's been posting. He's talking about Israel. Then he's trying to, he used black people as an example one day to try to get his point across about, basically if it was us and this and that. And I'm trying to think, man, when in the hell has the actual United States government come to the rescue of black people, sent the cavalry in to go ahead and rescue a bunch of black people in a foreign nation? Are you crazy? Point to that example, please. Anybody in here that knows an example of the U.S. military, you had some black hostages anywhere or anything. When has the United States military ever spent money to go ahead and rescue a bunch of black people anywhere? So you can stop all that stupid talk, man. But real quick, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna touch up on this this article about the situation, the settlement, but actual Diddy and Cassie. Didn't really see this coming. Came out of nowhere, and like we said, this is one of the fastest settlements ever. And some people feel like financially it was a smart thing to do. Some people feel like, well, hey, people. I've heard it from all different sides. I heard that, hey, if she was about justice, she wouldn't have settled. I've heard people say if Diddy was really innocent, he just would have fought it. He wouldn't have settled. So you're hearing it from some of everybody. And we want to go ahead and we want to touch up on it. I did want to do a space on this. I was like, let me go ahead and touch up on this as well too. DJ, let me know if you can hear me because I'm on the actual site. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you go. Go ahead. I'll let you know if there's any glitches.
All right. This is from Hip Hop DX, curated on the Newstoter.com platform. Hip Hop DX is one of our curation partners as well too. Excuse me. That you can find the article in the Jumbotron, and you can also, if you're on YouTube, the article is also in the description. It says Cassie recalls moment an armed alleged Diddy tried to ambush Suge. Hold on, this ain't the article I was looking for, y'all. Hold on. This ain't the one I wanted. I'll come back to that one. This ain't the one I want to start off with. Excuse me on that one. Let me go to the settlement. I'm trying to get the settlement. Because Cassie, like I said, Cassie been giving a lot of doggone she's been trying to connect Diddy to a lot of different things. It says this is from NBC News. It was curated on the platform. It's up in the Jumbotron. Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie reached settlement day after lawsuit accused him of rape. Rapper and music executive Sean Combs and singer Cassie have reached a settlement in a lawsuit Cassie filed accusing him of rape and abuse. It was announced Friday. The announcement of the settlement comes just one day after Cassie, a singer and entertainer whose full name is Cassandra Ventura, filed a suit against Combs known as Diddy. The two had been romantic partners. Oh, shoot. Hold on real quick, guys. Trying to find the entire article. I don't know what the hell happened here. Oh, I actually had the article, but now I gotta go into the actual. Yeah, but because like I said, and now it's wanting me to go to the actual entire go to the damn app. I ain't downloading the app, man. Let me come out real quick, and see if
Yeah, share the room out, y'all. Share the room out. Make sure y'all follow Newstoter on social.
Okay.
SOXCIL.com, Newstoter.com, NEWSTOTER.
Okay, let me get back to it. The two had been romantic partners. I have decided to resolve this matter on terms of some level of control. Ventura said in a statement, I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for the unwavering support in the federal lawsuit filed in New York City on Thursday. Ventura accused Combs of raping and physically abusing her, including punching, beating, kicking, stumping her over the course of their relationship. Combs also said in the statement they resolved the matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best of love, he said in the statement. Ventura's lawyer said that Ventura was strong for going public with the lawsuit, and she ought to be commended for doing so. Combs is one of the most recognizable names in hip hop. Terms of the settlement were not disclosed. The representative said the parties would have no other comments beside the statements. I wonder if she had to sign one of those disclosures not to say anything else. One of the NDAs, when announcing the lawsuit, Ventura said she had stayed silent for years, was finally ready to tell my story and speak on my behalf, myself, and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationship. The lawsuit alleged Ventura was trapped by Combs in a cycle of abuse. Mr. Combs asserted complete control over Ms. Ventura's personal and professional life, thereby ensuring her ability to escape his hold, the lawsuit alleged. Combs' lawyer on Thursday rejected the accusations, calling them offensive and outrageous, and said Combs denied them in a statement Saturday. The lawyer said the decision to settle, especially in 2023, is no way of admission of wrongdoing. Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way undermine his flat-out denial of the claims. He said he is very happy they got a mutual settlement and wishes her the best. The couple met around 2005, and Combs later signed Cassie, a single model, actor, and dancer, to his record label, Bad Boy Records, with a 10-album deal. Ventura tried to leave Combs for good in 2018, the lawsuit says, and Combs forced himself into the apartment and raped her. Shortly thereafter, she was able to take steps to completely separate herself from Combs, including leaving the apartment, which Combs had paid for, the suit alleged. The lawsuit also included allegations Combs forced Ventura to have sex with male sex workers while he watched and filmed the incidents. Combs rose to prominence in the 1990s, and in addition to being a musician, became a popular producer and music executive. He was in reality TV shows, including I Want to Work for Diddy and Making the Band. He was recognized with a 2022 BET Lifetime Achievement Award and received the Global Icon Award at the 2023 MTV Music Awards. So, like I said, he's been in all of that. This other article is from and this is what I'm saying. She was starting to try to tie him into, some alleged, and it says allegedly. Cassie recalls moment an armed Diddy allegedly tried to ambush Suge Knight. This is from Hip Hop DX, our curation partner, but I actually don't have that in the Jumbotron. Cassie's now settled lawsuit against Diddy has delivered a series of shocking allegations stemming from years of alleged abuse and violence. But inside the suit are also allegations about what happened behind the scenes of Diddy's beef with Death Row Records' Suge Knight. The clash, which began back in the mid-'90s, was part of the East Coast-West Coast rivalry that led to the deaths of Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. According to the lawsuit, there was one occasion, a date is not given in the complaint, when Cassie and Diddy were partying and a member of Diddy's security team informed him that Knight was nearby. Ms. Ventura was also exposed to the intense violence that pervaded Mr. Combs' rise to fame, the lawsuit reads. For example, on one occasion when Mr. Combs and Ms. Ventura were using drugs together in his home, one of the security staff barged in and announced that Suge Knight, a longtime rival of Mr. Combs, was spotted at Mel's Drive Diner in Los Angeles. The complaint continues. Mr. Combs began to get dressed, retrieved multiple guns from a safe, and ran out of his home to where he believed Mr. Knight was dining. Ms. Ventura became terrified and began to cry. On Thursday, November 16th, the singer, real name Cassandra Ventura, accused the New York-born entertainer of a plethora of crimes. We already mentioned those. Although the two quickly announced they came to an agreement, settling their sexual assault lawsuit just one day after the claims made headlines. Claims highlighting Diddy's history of extreme control over Cassie have begun to resurface. So, they're talking about this incident by where she shaved her head, I guess, and Young Jock, the rapper, was talking about it or whatever. Um, I that much, I really don't know. Hold on one second. Hey, can you still hear me? Can you still hear me all right?
Yeah, you good, bro. You can hear me?
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to come up out of this. Because I was kind of stuck on this web page. So I'm trying to come up out of here real quick. Give me a second. Go ahead, because I'm like I was almost in the matrix myself. But yeah, she was on, and this is the thing they was talking about. They were saying that the whole not a Suge Knight thing, and then like I say, she also alleges that supposedly, I guess there was Kid Cudi had some interest in her at one time. Um, Kid Cudi, oh, yeah, like I keep getting stuck in the matrix. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, it's like I'm getting stuck in the matrix some, but Kid Cudi, they was talking about it's an incident that, and this is all alleged, but there's an incident that allegedly that and Kid Cudi said it, and she said it as well too. That I guess Kid Cudi had some interest in dating her, and that they talk about that Diddy allegedly tried to have his car bombed. I mean, like I said, she's starting to tie him into it's not. This is just not even about him and her, their relationship, and the alleged abuse and everything that went on with it. She's actually like tying him to like criminal criminal things and stuff like that, incidents and stuff like that. So this is where it becomes really, really dicey right here. That I don't know. The longer that this actual lawsuit didn't get settled, who knows how much more she was going to like implicate him on potential crimes and stuff like that as well too. So it's like really, really like, like it's one thing when you talk about allegedly the abuse that she suffered at his hands. It's another thing when she talk about the abuse she suffered. Then she's talking about, hey, he was basically pimping me out. Basically, we were doing drugs and this and that. And oh, by the way, he has a real violent history. He's running out here to get pistols and this and that to go ahead and get Suge. He's also trying to blow people cars up. Like, she was making him out to be like the Don for real. So this is where the situation really, really, really got dicey right here. And like I said, it's one thing for it to be solely about them. It's another thing that, hey, when you're starting to say that, hey, this man has a criminal history, he's doing a lot of things behind the scenes. I personally feel now that he's settled this lawsuit, there's a potential for a bunch of other cases to get ready to get dropped. I mean, a bunch of other people to come out and say, you know what? Hey, I had this issue with Diddy. This is what happened. He did this to me. Oh, yeah. Guess what? He did this to me too 5 years ago. Oh, yeah. 3 years ago, I also went through this. I also experienced this as well, too. So you got to wonder if the other shoe's not going to drop. And I'm not saying that he did anything. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying this right here. When you start getting these type of lawsuits rolling around, and we saw it with the Bill Cosby, and we seen with a bunch of other people as well too. There's something that becomes like a pile-on effect. More and more people start to tend to come out and say, you know what, this is what happened. I didn't want to say anything, but this is what happened. This is that, and whatever. So right now, and we don't know what amount he actually settled this lawsuit for, but you got to believe it's got to be in the millions. Whether it's 2, 3 million, 8 million, 10 million, whatever. How many more people gonna come out the woodwork and claim that, hey, I was a victim of Diddy. I was afraid to come out. I was scared to say something, and now this and that or whatever. So I don't know. Y'all look at this for the next few months, couple years and stuff like that. And just, we had a poll out as well too about this actual and the poll is closed now, but do you think she was going to win the lawsuit? And I think most people thought that she was going to actually win. It was settled. I mean, I think that by selling that, you have to consider it somewhat of a win for her as well too. DJ, you up in the space? You want to touch up on this real quick?
Yes, sir. The whole Diddy situation, like you said, is all allegedly. And shout out to online. I hope your comedy show is going great. A damn truck broke down on the highway on the way there, so I just turned around and came home, man. So shout out to our sister. Hopefully, everything is doing. It's a dope show. But Diddy is all allegedly at the end of the day. But I think the whole reason why he settled because, I guess maybe he owed Cassie something or money-wise because he done chipped every artist out of they publishing bread. Probably wasn't paying them the right money, all this other stuff too. You see what I'm saying? So what other type of issues Diddy might have had over her head too, not just, from them being together or this alleged DV charge. What's up with the music contracts? What was that contract like you signed with him, Casey? It's Cassie, whatever your name is. You know what I'm saying? What was the contract like? That's what I really want to know. And then at the end of the day, you was with this man. So, now y'all not together. You married to this white dude, and that's another thing everyone bringing up. They saying that the new white guy in her life, her husband, forced her or maybe, coerced her to finesse Diddy out of some bread to pretty much, lie on him in a way. So that could be a part of the situation too. But the crap that people say about Diddy, that's why I came up with that slogan, the Diddy Bop effect. This is what you're seeing from Diddy. So I guess I believe Cassie at this point, It's the Diddy Bop effect, You know what I'm saying? Where he's just like this grimy ass dude that just don't care about no one, do you dirty or whatever. You heard some of the alleged charges that she wanted to bring against him. But then again, it could all be fabricated at the same time too. But I don't think so. Not when you got multiple different people within the same setting of the music industry saying not the exact same thing, but somewhat of the exact same thing in the same way. So, and I understand if someone say something about me, better come to me or whatever and ask me about it. But, if Diddy settled out of court, that means you're guilty, bro. All right.
Well, I'll say this right here, because I remember in Michael Jackson, in that first allegation about the child abuse, we remember that Johnny Cochran actually told him to go ahead and settle. And I believe Johnny Cochran said that was one of the biggest mistakes of his career, telling Michael Jackson to go ahead and settle, because it kind of helped lay the foundation for the next allegation that came out as well too. So that's what I'm saying right here. Getting back to the Diddy situation, I'm gonna touch upon Michael Rapaport as too, but getting back to the Diddy situation as well, people always bring up Kim Porter's name. People will say, well, Kim Porter was on the verge of writing a tell-all book. Kim Porter, of course, is the mother of a couple of his kids. I believe that the two girls, I believe, maybe a son as well too. I'm not sure if Kim had 2 or 3 kids from him, but nonetheless, people start bringing up Kim Porter's name. And we know how things are with social media, especially YouTube and Twitter, when it comes to these all of these conspiracy type theories as well too. When somebody passes away like that, then people want to go ahead and put the blame on a person. Oh, well, this person had something to do with that, with no evidence whatsoever, but they'll go ahead and put it. But people started when this situation came up, and you had and of course his former bodyguard, the one that's always on YouTube, Gene Deal. I believe Gene Deal was trying to say something that it got to the point one time, and this is all alleged, that they got into an incident where, Kim Porter, to protect herself, she slit Diddy's wrist or something like that. So, it's you're starting to hear a lot of stuff come out and stuff like that. I don't know. It's one thing to be a shyster in terms of business, to go ahead and there are a lot of shysters in business and in the music industry. It's one thing to, to take people's what am I thinking about? Take people's publishing and screw people over financially and stuff like that. It's another thing to be, to be just a straight up criminal or whatever as well too. So you're starting to have all of these people pointing these fingers at Diddy, saying this stuff. I've heard people say that, he gave back the publishing, but now the people can't speak and say nothing about him and stuff like that. And, some people say, well, is the publishing even worth anything? So, there are a lot of targets on his back at this point in time. A lot of people feel a certain way about Diddy in terms of, his business savvy, as well as, just being the type of person that you can depend on and trust. Like I say, when you look at all the stuff that she's talking about, and then other people's talking about as well too, the pattern that they're painting is not the most flattering pattern for Diddy. Like I said, you talk about potential car bombings, and you would think, and you really never know anybody. So let me say that as well too. But I find it hard to believe that over a woman, and this man has been with, I'm sure, hundreds of women at the very least, that he would actually get to the point because a dude had feelings for Cassie or whatever, that he would potentially get to the point where he would bomb his damn car. Like I say, we don't know these people. We see them on TV, and even though we may be seen somebody for 20, 30 years, we still don't know that person. But to say it get to the point that that people talk about that he would actually potentially car bomb somebody, bomb their car out. I don't know. And like I say, Gene Deal is always Gene Deal goes from Vlad platform to whoever platform has his own platform. And there was some talk that that him and Kim Porter had got into a big situation. And I don't know if Kim had, allegedly, I'm saying all this stuff is allegedly, somehow slit his wrist or something. I didn't even read the full article, but I just saw the headline, and I'm like, whoa, slit his wrist to protect herself. So you got more and more things coming out. And like I say, Diddy had the vodka, and of course, I don't know if he actually owned the vodka, but he has been one of the most marketable people in hip hop, for years, for 30 some odd years. I mean, his ability to brand himself, to promote, and everything else like that. We see the lifetime achievement awards that he's getting. You wonder, like I said, you wonder. I mean, based off of these allegations and stuff, it's going to be hard for him ever to me. And that's the title. Is he finished? I don't know if he's finished, but is he going to be the magnet and being able to promote things and was Diddy at the Super Bowl one year or something like that? Just the iconic status that he has, where he could pop up and he can always be seen, and this really put a major dent on his brand right here. I don't know if he can ever completely rebound from what Cassie was saying right here. This guy's got money out the wazoo, that's true, but I don't know if he can ever completely rebound. I don't know. People, it's to the point now that people are not going to want to touch him. And I believe Janet Jackson and somebody else, may have they had a picture with him, but they took the picture off of their social media accounts and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. Like, whether he was innocent or he was not, or he's guilty or whatever, this didn't go to the court of law. But when people start leveling accusations out like this right here, there's going to always be a certain segment of people that's going to feel like you're guilty. You could be innocent, but you're guilty because people feel like, well, if you weren't guilty, this wouldn't have came out. So that's where I'm at with the situation right there. I don't know if he did it or he didn't do it. Like I said, I know there's been a lot of chatter about a lot of things going on lately as well too. So he has, in terms of his image, it would never be pristine like it was, and it was never completely pristine because people always felt that there was, like I said, it's one thing in terms of doing shiesty business, with people that's on your label and stuff like that. It's another thing where people think that, hey, almost you're like some kind of psychopath or whatever. Go ahead, DJ, you got it.
No, I understand. Like you said, he could be telling the truth, or she could be lying or whatever. Now, I've had an actual situation like that where someone tried to say I was on some DB shit with him, but I didn't do anything to anyone. But like you said, the repercussions that come with that. Why am I getting dirty looks from people I know and shit? You know what I'm saying? Because the Caseys of the world going around lying on you. You know what I'm saying? Which that does happen. So I could relate to it in that situation. But I'm not that type of knacker. You know what I'm saying? I'll fight a man, one of y'all in here, before I put my hands on a woman. You know what I'm saying? So now the other thing is too, where we understand too, the court system in this country always sides with the women, no matter how you look at it. Paternity, child support, DV type cases, marriage. Most of the divorces in this country are filed by the women, black or white. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they get sided with a lot. Now, the other sad thing about this is you'll have a situation. What was the girl name that ran away from? That said she was kidnapped down there. Where's that, Mississippi or whatever, Louisiana or something like that?
Oh, shoot! The one we did the space on the Carly. What was it, Carly?
Carly something, right? Cali, whatever, right? So she's been charged for lying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she's been convicted of anything, but they charged her. You know what I'm saying? For lying. Lying to the police, all this stuff. They hit her with a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? So that makes it people like that make it bad for the Cassies of the world. You feel what I'm saying? Where like, yo, Diddy really was doing this to me, but like nobody believed me because you had to call these other world lying, you know what I'm saying, to the public, and us looking for you and thinking something happened to you and your ex-boyfriend did something. And let's not forget the football player dude, Travis Rudolph. You know, this woman sent these to her brother and her brother's friend to this man's house to murk him. You feel what I'm saying? Take him off the grounds, yo. You know what I'm saying? Put him in it. Nah, I got the jump on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Got the jump on you with this Mac, yo. You know what I'm saying? you didn't see this coming. You know what I'm saying? But that's the game. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the situation where I was telling you about that. You know, when you look at the sex, money, murder gang jokers, you know what I mean? They was really doing that up here. Getting black women to set up men, you know what I'm saying? Get them killed, all this other stuff, rob them. That shit go down. But in this case, I don't believe Cassie really that way, because at the end of the day, you was with this dude. You feel what I'm saying? And if it was really all this bad, yada, 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 why stay with him in that way? Now, we also hear the arguments. You know, it's not that easy. You know, I still love him. You know, sometimes the abuser got you so locked in the trance where it's like you don't know how to escape. That's why I say to y'all women, hey, if you've been harmed or abused, you know, throw this symbol up, or, you know, blink twice or whatever. You know, write me a note, send me a text. You know what I'm saying? Come with me to the bathroom, baby girl. You know, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? From another woman. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's stuff like that. It could go either way, but, you know, I think Diddy did it in a way, but I also believe Casey lying. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it ain't just women that have said stuff like this about Diddy. You feel what I'm saying? You got a lot of men calling him a fruit cup. You feel what I'm saying? And they done been to his house and it's like dildos everywhere and shit. No allegedly on that, you know. And they ain't even trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? This is why I call it the Diddy Bop effect, yo. See how we talking about this? It's the Diddy Bop effect, yo. You know what I'm saying? It could go one way or it could go another way. There you go.
Real talk. Like we've heard rumors about his sexuality and stuff like that, but you know, even you know, not even talking about the actual sexuality and stuff like that. Like I'm saying, just the fact of the matter that what Cassie pointed out, what she's outlining is almost like a history of, like I say, setting aside their actual situation, you know, the alleged abuse and everything she said that she's gone through. She's painting a scenario of him, you know, basically of being like a criminal, almost having like a criminal organization. You know, she's sitting up here talking about, well, they ran to the safe and he got guns. A person came in there and told him that Suge was at the diner. He was, oh, let me go ahead and get the pistol. I got to carry pistols in my purse for him and this and that or whatever. We're talking about car bombers. This is supposed to be a music executive. So the actual painting, and like I say, the actual pictures that she's painting, you know, it's one thing, like you said, if you're talking about a woman being with a man and he's abusing her or whatever, which we know goes on. The thing that she's painting is that, hey, this is like you know, this is on a Rico level type stuff that she's trying to like put on this dude right here. Like, yo, he has a criminal element, and he has people that subordinates and stuff, and you know, they henchmen and things of that nature and stuff like that. Like, yo, how many music producers like got people, you know, okay, hey, yo, Suge just pull up Suge's here, and they running, they getting guns and this and that, they trying to find them. So she's painting this picture right here, like I said, that the picture that she painted, the thing with Cudi, Kid Cudi, and then who knows what else, the longer, maybe that's what he thought too. The longer that she goes ahead and this lawsuit ain't settled, how many other cases she's gonna go out there and put out there as well too, and say, you know what? One night we were together and this transpired. Another night we was together and this transpired. Oh yeah, he had his goons do this and do that. So, you know, maybe he felt like his back was against the wall and, hey, let me go ahead, pay this woman the damn money, have her sign one of these NDAs. She shut her mouth. I go my way, and we through about this. The only thing I say now is now you done open up Pandora's box. You're gonna have people coming out the woodwork. You have people come out the woodwork because people now see people that didn't have the backbone before now gonna come out and say, you know what, he owes. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna hit him now. I'm gonna get some of this paper. You giving out paper like that, you rolling it anyways. You know what? like Biggie say, I got a story to tell, you know, and here it is. You know, this is what Diddy did. This is what Diddy responsible for. So the floodgates might be getting ready to open up right now on Diddy. You know, so go ahead, DJ.
Hey, I was about to say, long as Gloria always don't hop in the big seat, he'll be safe. You know what I'm saying? Once she get a hold of these haulers, it might be over with. But the reason why I'm saying also, it seems like Diddy might have, or again, allegedly, I guess, you know what I'm saying, because we talk about space context purposes, did this stuff that Casey is saying, because I guess that means Sean was really innocent and was just holding Diddy down. You know what I mean? All the stuff J-Lo said that night that happened at the club, or the shooting, you know what I mean? Chick got shot, an innocent bystander, because you beefing with some other jokers in the club. And Sean, you know what I mean? You know, he from
was Sean taking photo ops with Diddy now though, so it don't really matter now.
Sean, what is he, like the governor of Barbados?
Yeah, he's something. He's in politics, but he's still taking photo ops with Diddy and stuff. So whatever happened, he didn't get past it.
And he got paid too, I'm pretty sure, because just like he gave Casey some money, I'm pretty sure Sean ain't did that bid for nothing. Come on now, bro.
Yeah, that's real.
To this day, say Diddy was the one shooting in the club. You know what I'm saying? Word up. Well, who gonna say what? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no camera footage, ain't nothing. You know, my word against yours.
Real quick, none swirl zone on YouTube says I have mixed feelings about Diddy. Not that anyone cares. He did write HBCU Jackson State $1 million donation check. Yeah, you know he's got the money to do it, so he did do that. But nonetheless, I see originals up here. Shout out to No Taxation, Black Majority State. I see Roz. What's going on? Trouble, Black Idaho, Cali Love, Carlos, Cassandra. It's a bunch of y'all up in here tonight, guys. We talking about the Diddy situation and Cassie. We're gonna touch up on this Michael Rapaport too. I know y'all been seeing Michael Rapaport recently. Michael Rapaport. Hey, check out what's he on that movie Zebrahead. Like I said, this Joker always either he's a skinhead. He in two of the movies he's got a black girlfriend or wife because he was talking all kind of he was on Bamboozle, the movie that Spike Lee did like in 98, 99. He was on Bamboozle. He's supposed to be this big TV director or whatever executive, and they had this basically this satire, this stereotypical show with black people on there, whatever. And he like told Damon Wayne characters like, yeah, I know your people better than you. I'm married to a black woman. So he's a skinhead. He's got a black wife or a black girlfriend. It's something with this dude, or he's got all this swag or whatever. So yeah, he's one of them yo-yo-yos that they talk about as well too. Original, what's going on, man? You want to say something? Original might just be up here. Original, like I'm just chilling up here.
Oh no, here I am not. No, I was just I cleaned up my backyard today, so I'm a little like tired. But this whole thing with Diddy and Cassidy, my only issue with this is a lot of these women, they wait until years or whatever to say something about how they was treated and this, that, and whatever. I take issue with that because I look at how I'm not saying that what she's alleged didn't happen, because it's like I tell people, women lie and men lie too. So both sides lie. So I don't know who to believe it, with most of this stuff. But I do know that quite a number of women have lied and said that a man raped them, and then years later, DNA proved that he didn't rape them. And so they sat in a court of law and pointed and said, he raped me, he attacked me. And years later, the DNA says otherwise. So that's why for me, I'm not choosing sides, but for me, if I had to sit on a jury case for whatever that a woman is alleging that a man has done to her, I don't know if I can convict. I'm just being honest. Now, like what DJ said, this guy, considering how a number of other people have, said things about him. Who knows? Maybe it is true, But the thing of it is that, for anyone, whether you're male or female, if you're going to come out later and say something, it's just like, what's that guy named Damon Dash. So when he's no longer part of the in crowd, he want to come out and spill the. Well, it's too late now. You should have told us this from the jump. Instead of, as long as you were getting paid, you went along with the program. See, it's people like this that I take serious issue with. If you're gonna wait to win, I'm sorry.
No, facts.
Okay. If you're going to wait until you're not in the in crowd, the so-called in crowd any longer, then don't look for me to back you up, because I'm not. That's just the way it is. Now, is it okay to comment on this so-called white boy now? Or you want to read a little bit more onto it?
No, you go ahead, because the actual title of the room got changed or something, so I'm trying to straighten that out. But go ahead, original.
Okay. Well,
that's my fault. I'm trying to copy and paste the title. Check your notifications. You'll see.
Yeah, because let me go ahead and change the title back. But go ahead, original.
Okay. My issue with this.
No, I got it. It should be good.
Okay. My issue with this white boy is that it's like he's threatening black people. Well, let me just let him know. I don't give a damn what you do, because I sent a message that it was a posting that went out, and I responded to it, and I let him know, we don't give a damn what you think, because black people have only had a parasitic relationship with his people anyway. They're nothing but parasites, and I don't give a damn who don't like what I'm saying. Now, does anybody know that they laid the label of anti-Semitic on Dr. King? Now, anytime somebody tell the truth about these people, they want to get an attitude. Pardon me?
When they put that title on Dr. King,
I'll have to get the year, but see, Dr. King used to be a member of the NAACP, and so see, I know this brother who knew Dr. King personally, and he said that they kept trying to slow Dr. King down. That's why Dr. King started the SCLC, because they kept intervening with what he was doing. They did the same thing to Robert F. Williams in North Carolina. That's the brother that wrote the book Negroes with Guns. See, they got upset with him because the white racists were coming into the black community and attacking black people. They armed themselves and went after them too. So, because at one point they said that they was going down the road and the police pulled them over. So the police got out with their guns and they got out with their guns. So this old white boy said, "Oh Lord, what we gonna do?" Say the Negroes got guns. That's where the title came from. So you got this NAACP who has been nothing but parasitic to black people as well. The NAACP is not black owned, it's not black controlled, and so that's why these people, when they get up in there, these black folks have to do certain things because they don't control anything. But I let them know that no, you did not build the pyramids. The pyramids were built by black folks. You are not some show. And I let them and understand this. During the civil rights movement, there was this one of their preachers who, when those three guys was killed in Mississippi, the Goodman Chainer and whatever it was, he said that the hair of one of them is worth more than 1,000 black folks. And see, they've been doing all kind of janky stuff to us, but unfortunately, none of our people will respond. Because I remember years ago, this old former white crackhead or whatever, a meth head, I'll say meth head, this place I was working, and he gonna try to tell me he's a reform, and he don't got all religion. I said, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that. He said, well, I know this guy across the street there, he's in that religion, and I said, look, both of you better stay across the street, because you bring him over here, both of you going back across the street with the tail between your legs. And he didn't have anything to do with me sense. But that's how they are. They think they can say anything to any other group, and that no one can say anything to them. They are still doing they're still performing blackface. Okay, that's how low down they are. So I have no anything to give about these people, because I know, as I said in my little message to him, we are teaching our children the truth about who you are. And so you can't hide behind that, plain and simple. So anybody can get upset. This is one of the reasons why when it comes to religion, sometimes I just have to let loose. And I know I don't want to say certain things on your space or whatever, but these people, they have never been our friend. As I stated before, we have always had nothing but a parasitic relationship with them. And so, see, now that it's coming out, because I tell you, you look at how the Ethiopians are treated over there, they're treated as if they are less than human. Okay? See, they don't want to talk about that, but they think that they're going to tell us that we got to come out here and support and either choose this side or the other side. I'm not choosing either side, because this don't have a damn thing to do with me. And I could care less about what is going on over there, because both sides hate black folks. Let's just be real about it. Both of them hate black folks. So he can put this stuff up there all he wants. I know that if I see it, I'm for damn sure gonna comment on it, and don't give a damn who don't like it. That's just where I stand with that, and I'll land with that.
All right, thank you, original. Thank you, guys. Make sure you follow Newstoter. The actual link is up in the actual jumbotron. Let me see where we at on the right. Okay, we're the fourth on the right hand side. So make sure you go ahead and you click that. The link to the actual YouTube channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Same for my people that's over there on YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe, click that notification bell, because they're not sending out the notifications. Like tonight's broadcast. Definitely subscribe, share, leave a comment for those that can. For those that can support us on Cash App, $Newstoter, $Newstoter. Newstoter is the largest Black-owned, Black American news media curation platform today in America. Once again, $Newstoter, $Newstoter. If you do not have Cash App, we have the PayPal and Venmo up in the jumbotron. If you have $1 that you can contribute to the platform, it'll be greatly appreciated. Let me go ahead and get to I see Roz. Roz, what's going on with you? How you doing tonight?
Hey, Newstoter. How you doing, DJ? I wanted to just thank you. I'm not going to stay on long. I'm not kind of under the weather. I got kids tomorrow. Hey, how you doing, brothers?
We doing good.
Yeah, can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you good. Yeah,
okay. All right, cool. I'm not going to stay on long. I just wanted to say, speak to your title. Is Diddy finished? Well, I want to ask you this, because, I mean, I've been in the music business, and I had worked with Bad Boy back when Bad Boy was being built with Craig Mack and Biggie back in that time. It seemed like time just flew. But at the same time, how many people, you got to ask these questions, how many people ran to stand up for him when Cassie had accused him of what she did? You also got to ask yourself, how much money has he brought? Like Janet Jackson said, what have you done for me lately? You know, as far as the business is concerned, how much money has he made for anybody other than himself lately? And that right there, like, he has his own paymasters. People think, oh, he's almost a billionaire or is a billionaire. I don't know. I don't care. But the thing is, somebody controls that. Somebody has control of that. Like, whether it's an Arista or whomever, Bad Boy really hasn't done major money artist and wow, since when? I mean, I can't think of the last major artist they've been pushing.
The ones that are ready to die, sister, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, even with Ready to Die, that was a classic album. But look at what happened before the second album. Biggie did die, right? Went to LA and was murdered. But that second album did what? Nothing. You can't even, none of the real, anything on that second album was a classic like the first album.
Wait, Roz, that second album did sell like 10 million albums.
Yeah, but you know why it sold? Because the hype of the first album. That's what it was. People were like, oh, they had a midnight retail party on the release of it. Everybody was in line, was depressed because Biggie was already dead, right?
So you don't think More Money, More Problems is a classic?
No, this is what I'm saying. As far as related, compare that. See, when you're doing new artists,
not even the same. Yeah, go ahead.
right? If you're doing a new artist, your premiere album, your initial album, is if it hits big time, which it did, the second one's supposed to be bigger than that. The whole album. I'm talking about the entire album. No, it didn't come anywhere near be Ready to Die. Ready to Die.
Ron, can I quote a Biggie line real quick that he said on the radio about that? He said, I just sold 2 million records. I can't rap about being broke no more. And that's where he came up with the concept of, like, you know, making more in the club records, hit records like Ready to Die, you know, like Hypnotized, you know, more money, more problems, stuff like that. But go ahead, though.
Yeah, I mean, and I knew Biggie too. So it's like, but it's like, for me, I just look at the fact that I didn't see people running out of the woodwork to say, nah, that's a good bro. You know, I didn't see that kind of energy coming out of anybody. And you're right, Newstoter, when you said the longer she was staying out there, the more she was remembering and coming out with and saying. But you got to keep in mind, too, that a lot of people, remember what Jaguar Wright said, a lot of people around Uptown and a lot of people around him specifically are just not here anymore. So I don't think it was 2-3 million. I think you better add some zeros to the millions because he had to get her together. And they're not going to, unfortunately, for whatever reason, a lot of the people in the music and entertainment business, they go for people who look a certain way, but they're all like crabs in the barrel, money hungry, greedy. They're not going to, they really want somebody that's loyal, but at the same time, it's very difficult to if you're going away, well, she looks exotic, so to speak, or is she loyal and a good person? They're going to go with looks and exotic every time. And it takes a great picture and we look good together. That's what they're going to go for. So I'm kind of speaking on this case, but I'm not speaking specifically on the case because I don't know her at all. And it's unfortunate, though. I mean, we'll see. I don't think because he is bringing in the money to people that he would have made more money for, I think he might have some extreme difficulties. I mean, you got to keep in mind, Sean Combs is in his 50s, right? Where is he going to, I mean, does he have people that trust him with everything that's been said or coming out? What has Bad Boy really done in the past 10 years? Who is Bad Boy paying? Do they need to have him anymore in the music business? Or are they trying to find a new tool to break? Those are questions I have, and this one to grow on, I guess. Thanks for letting me speak.
No problem, Ross. Thank you. I will have to push back a little bit on that Life After Death. I do consider that one in the top. I mean, to me, the best songs weren't actually even released as videos, and you know, I think had Biggie been around, that Notorious Thugs with Bone and the Nasty Boys and some of the other videos, you know, may have been released or whatever. But I would say that, you know, Ready to Die, you're right, was a classic album. And it had, I had more favorite songs maybe on there, but I thought lyrically Biggie was much, much better on Life After Death in terms of his actual lyricism than he was on Ready to Die. So I would put Ready to Die personally as a second best double CD of all time. I may have to go and give All Eyes on Me the credit, and I get what you're saying about he died and he sold a lot, but let's be for real. Tupac died when Machiavelli came out, and Machiavelli didn't sell anywhere near what All Eyes on Me sold. So You know, I personally, I don't know. To me, life after death was, you know, Biggie was he was delivering some daggers on. I'm just being honest. Like the Negro was spitting. I mean, I just have to be real on that. He was spitting on Ready to Die, a harder street version, but on Life After Death, he was giving that mafioso type delivery, and he was he was hammering it in there. Like a lot of people bit Life After Death, namely a fellow by the name of Jigga, no pun intended, but you know, I'm just being real. But we go ahead, DJ. I know you got your hand. Anybody that wants to speak tonight, too, guys, don't be shy. Come on up here. I see No Taxation is up in here as well too. Ariza, shout out to you. I see my girl Rera. We talking about the situation with Diddy. I'm not going to say that Diddy is completely finished, but I think in terms of his marketability in this era here, when you get hit with, you get labeled with stuff like that, and true enough, he's not serving any jail time and everything else, but you know, I question, you know, I really question in terms of being able to be the marketable person that he once was. You know, is that really gonna fly anymore? And I know everybody's saying, you know, what took Cassie so long? I don't know, but I know, like I said, and I made this point to say this, and I use several sources. The more this girl, the longer this lawsuit seemed to be going, the more and more she started coming up with more criminal things. She's been trying to link him to car bombings and you know, getting pistols, and you know, what else was she gonna say? You know, how much more? Because it's one thing when she's talking about herself, quote unquote, being victimized by him. It's another thing when she's starting to talk about, well, you know, basically he's running this gang, and then it was getting to that point right there as well too. So, you know, and you're right, Roz, I agree with you on that. Like, oh, she ain't settle for those, because from what his lawyer was saying, that she was trying to extort him for $30 million, whatever. Ain't no way if she was trying to get 30 million, she gonna settle for no 2 or 3 million. So he had to cut that check deep. For her to go away that quick, he had to break some bread. You know, he had to break some bread. And I'm not talking about no $4-5 million either. He had to open up that bank account, and you know, he had to come and hit. He had to hit off with something. You know, it wasn't no 2, 3. I don't think it was no 10 million either. You know, he had to open it up. So definitely, Roz, definitely, and I didn't know you had the inside scoop with back in the day like that, working with him as well too. So shout out to you as well, sister. I see my girl Troubles up here. G Beck, if you want to speak, go ahead and raise your hand. I am Heat. I see you came up here. Anybody in our speakers want to speak? Definitely go ahead. And we ain't forgot Michael Rapaport. Real quick before I get to trouble, Michael Rapaport is running his mouth talking about if 20 black people was hostages overseas and 10 of them was being raped and the other 10 was killed. Michael Rapaport, have you ever heard of transatlantic slave trade? Have you ever heard of slavery in this country, right here in this backyard, where there was hundreds on plantation that went through all of that day in and day out on thousands of plantations in this country? And guess what? You didn't have the United Nations kicking down these plantation doors and saying, hey, you know what? We heard that you got whole families up in here and you're torturing them and you're beating them and you're doing this and you're doing that or whatever. So yeah, Michael Rapaport, and please tell me, when have you seen a coalition of people get together and say, you know what? I heard there's some blacks overseas. We need to go ahead and we need to free them. We need to go ahead and get the Jews together, the blacks together, the whites together, and we're gonna go over there and we're gonna send our military and we're gonna liberate these black people, black Americans and all that. So when the hell have people going overseas and say, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this for black Americans. So I don't know exactly what in the world this dude's talking about. Then he's sitting up here talking about he know who's been naughty and nice with his little Santa Claus jig. Now, you, first off, you're the Jewish face, so why are you talking about Santa Claus anyways? But you talk about who's been naughty and nice, you ain't forgot. You're talking about the people on campus protesting. Then you went ahead and threw that little subtle barb talk. Well, we also know those that's not saying anything as well too, and we ain't forgot. So when you need a donation and when you need financing for this right here and this and that, so so now you're talking about cutting off that check. So now you're telling people like, hey, you know what? Since we own X amount of banks and this and that, and you need financing for something, hey, don't come look our way, because you wouldn't come up and you wouldn't say anything like that. You ain't heard not one black group up here sitting up, and no major known group saying, hey, do this or do that or don't do this. People, you got plenty of black people. I don't know what. Does every black person in the country need to come out and support? Because you got plenty of black people that have come out and have supported Israel. You got some that haven't. You know, so does every single solitary black person need to come out on social media, Twitter, and everything else as well too? So he's sitting up here and he's giving these little subtle threats about what they want to do. Then he's talking about how peaceful and this. All right, so what are you talking about, dude? Your whole come up is off of black culture too. Like what big movies do you really see Michael Rapaport play in that he has a huge role in any of these white movies or whatever? He'll occasionally be in something like Cop Town or whatever, where he's a little lackey. He has a little small role or something like that. But what major motion pictures is Michael Rapaport in that's an all white cast or whatever that he's doing like this right here? So a lot of your whole fame and stuff comes from actual black culture as well too. And I know a lot of white casts, they marry a black woman. And then you can't tell them that they ain't more black than any other black man and stuff like that. And he's one of those two as well too. So for years he's been sliding. And he's been. This is what they always talk about, inviting people to the barbecue. Well, you see what happens when you invite people to the barbecue. Sometimes you see when they go ahead and they turn over the damn grill and all the food falls on the ground. This is exactly what happens right here. So Michael Rapaport been sitting up here running his mouth every time he gets a chance. He's on Twitter. Like I said earlier, he was sitting up here talking hard to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, you know, made him shut his mouth. And then he's taking pictures and he's going back to the NBA. He gets Kevin Durant suspended because he got scared Kevin Durant was going to run down on him face-to-face and put his foot up and you know what. So now he's sitting up here. He's got an all-pro, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. That he's sitting up here instigating, talking trash to. Kevin Durant responds and lets him know exactly what's up. And then all of a sudden I'm afraid and I didn't know this and that. Now you go from being this honorary brother to now you back to being white. Now you're being white. Now you're playing your race card like you always accuse black people. So this is what we're talking about tonight. Shout out, I see my girl Trouble up in here as well, too. I am Heat. I'm going to get to you, Roz. I'm going to get back to you as well. Trouble, what's going on?
Hey, Newstoter. Shout out to the room. Shout out to everybody up in the cut tonight. I'm going to be brief because, as always, Newstoter get up there and going off, and he make all my daggone points. So I ain't got nothing to say now. Thank you, Toter. I mean, dang. It's like you let me think what Trouble gonna say, and then he go ahead and say it. I'm sitting here like, oh my God, why is he saying it?
Mind game, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Get out my head. But yeah, I agree with everything you said because I was just about to say all of that. I think the only other thing I was going to add was basically him hashtagging Brittany Rayners or whatever that girl's name is, the basketball player who they got out of Russia. Was peak white folks, and that's what they tend to do. You'll find just one lone Negro that was afforded some help and use them as the all-out example for how black people gets help. Like, never mind all the other millions of times that we've been put on the back burner or wasn't nobody thinking about us, but they went and got Brittany, old girl from Russia, and you want to use that one black person as an example. And that when I seen that, I was like, you know, that's the only person you can name. Throw some more hashtags up in there for when America specifically went across seas and got some Negro, you know what I'm saying, specifically to bring back without them being a larger group of some other people that was overwhelmingly not Negro. You know, so he really kind of worked my nerves. Like you said, he rode that black wave from the beginning of his career. Folks like Spike Lee and whomever else was in his circles during that time put a battery in his back and made him feel like he was blacker than black. If you turn around and get you some black poontang, you know what I'm saying? Now you feeling like you really part of the club. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at what you got. You ain't got nothing special. But anyhow, yeah, I'm really sick of Michael Rapaport. And there was this other, and I've noticed that a lot of them have been all of a sudden doing that lately. Like this other chick, she comes out and she put this thing on and she was saying the same thing. Oh, well, you know, the black celebrities were out here, you know, when, you know, the Nigerians were missing, and Bring Back Our Girls campaign, and why are these black people, you know, were so quick to go after, you know, to speak for them, but now the Jewish babies, you know, you all are silent, and they keep making. And there was another woman that jumped out the box with the "We will not forget you BLM people and all of the things that us Jews have supported for you, and we will not. Well, don't forget, like Smokey said, write it down, take a picture. Hell, in 2023, baby, email it to yourself. I hope you don't forget. I want you to remember. You know, and y'all act like we give a damn about what it is that you're not going to forget, because we ain't forgot about the transatlantic slave trade. There's a lot of things that we ain't forgot. Your skirt is being lifted right now with the rest of white America and the rest of the white world. And you're angry and upset about it because people are sitting back on some old nonverbal, hold your own nuts type of business. We don't have to jump out the gate and speak for nobody, because right now we are focused on us. And it gets tiresome that when we focus on us, you want us to focus on you. You want us to distract us with your foolishness. No, baby, no. Because when was the last time you Jewish people or any other group actually stood up for us in mass? Not the little couple of stragglers, because there's always those outliers. But when have you all in mass stood up for us? And why are you specifically asking us? Why are you so-called demanding, in a piss poor, attempt, might I add, demanding that we stand up and speak out to you? Why aren't you asking the Latinos? Why aren't you asking the Hispanics, the Asians, the everybody goddamn else? Why the hell are you asking us specifically? Like you've done so much for us. You haven't done that much. You have been just as oppressive as everybody else. So go on with that foolishness. That's all I got to say about that. The Diddy situation, I don't know if Diddy is actually done. To answer the question of the room, I don't know if he's finished. If white supremacy is through playing with their toys and, how they do their toys, like Ross had stated, then, maybe they are finished with Diddy at this point. Maybe he's not finished. If they could find something else for Diddy to do, if he could slob another knob, and make some things happen, maybe he may not be, done for right now. But the jury is still out on that. What Cassie did was she came out and she said what she had been going through. I'm not going to judge that sister because I wasn't there, whether she went through actually what it is she did or whether she didn't. But what she did do was she kind of got the ball rolling for other people to say, this is what happened to me. This is what, and sometimes it be that way. I think a lot of times what I've been seeing online is we have the free Tory Lanez and the free R. Kelly crowd that's rushed out and naturally assume, she's lying. She's lying on the black man. And then we have the women who are overwhelmingly supporting her, and she's telling the truth when none of us really knows, because none of us was really there. And I'll be glad when we can kind of get to a place where it's not so much of a wait and see type of thing, but I hate to see the where we're at with each other, where it's so many of us that want to automatically say, well, women are always lying on men, and then we have the black men are always so abusive, and it's, to me, that's irritating, and I don't even want to be a part of none of that. I wasn't there. I don't know. I know he took that bag. He gave that bag up mighty fast, and that could be for multiple purposes. But and I don't know how much that bag was, but he offered that bag up, baby, the next day. But at the same time, what I would like to know is, did Diddy put that bag up himself? Because she named more than just Diddy. There was the companies that he was associated with, Sony included, and all of these other people that was named in that stuff. So did they put the bag up, and it's just looking like Diddy had gave her the bag? Because that was mighty quick for that to just go away. But it's not just going to go away. It's just like, as per some of the comments that was made here tonight, my sister, God bless, was raped. And when she was raped, they had to move her several times because the person who raped her kept finding her at the different shelters until they finally moved her out of town. My sister agreed the last time the guy found her, because she wasn't going to do it, but the last time the guy found her and threatened her life, she went ahead and in that moment made the decision to go ahead and go to court to testify against him. When she made the decision to testify against him, that's when 3 and 4 other women who were scared to go to court because he threatened them also came up. Now, at this point, they had caught him and put him in jail because they had the camera system outside of the shelter where they seen him when he had chased her back over that way. And so they knew at that point that he was threatening her life. But then there was other women who decided to come out the woodworks and tell their story because they wouldn't. Something they had tried to get those women to testify against him before, but they wouldn't. But it took my sister going ahead and doing that for them to go ahead and say, okay, I'll tell my story now. So sometimes, and I'm a firm believer, everything happens for a reason. Whether everything Cassie said happened to her happened, I don't know. I can believe some of the things that she said actually did happen. And I don't know which one of them things that she said happened, but I believe something did happen. But that just opens up the gate for everybody, really, even people who going to be lying about it. But really for some of the victims who have had things going on and they didn't want to say anything, it gave them confidence. And brothers, there's a lot of reasons why women stay in abusive situations. There's a lot of reasons why women don't come out for a long time and tell what happened to them. Because now they've gained that confidence within themselves, that security within themselves. Maybe now they don't need that financial stability from that man. Maybe now they've gained something in their life. And if you're a celebrity, maybe now the NDA is over with. You can actually speak on it now. But there are a million reasons why women stay in abusive relationships, especially when you enter it at a young age. And there are a million reasons why women wait for a long time to tell their stories. Yes, I wish some of them would tell it before all of these years go by, but sometimes that's just what it takes, and we can't put a time frame on somebody else's pain and hurt and what they've been through. And I land my plane.
All right. Thank you, Trouble. Thank you. I Am Heat was up here, but I see the disconnecting. So let me see if I Am Heat. I guess we'll try to get back to I Am Heat. Go ahead, Roz. We'll go ahead and get to you then. And when I Am Heat comes back up, then we'll get back to them.
Nah, hold on. It was G-Bet, brother. I ain't pushed the hands up button. But when I got up here, hey, yo, Trouble, I sent you a follow, sister. That was a beautiful talk that you gave, sister. That's what it's about, yo.
Hey, G Beck, just for clarification, though, you gotta put the hand up so we can know that who wants to speak, though. So, because I didn't know.
Yes, sir, my brother. I ain't gonna speak long on, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I was up here. But yeah, I know next time though. But yeah, Trouble. That was some good talk, man. And Diddy, we been on the Diddy shit, but the Rapaport, like, you know what I mean, what we thought about that cracker, yo. We gave that cracker too much comfortability, man. We should have been, though, you know what I'm saying, he was going to say some white shit.
Oh, yeah, real quick, y'all, don't curse, but go ahead, G-Beck.
Oh, my bad, you can't curse?
Well, because we on YouTube and they be striking it. We streaming it, and sometimes YouTube will strike the channel, so we go ahead.
Oh, my bad, yo.
No, you good.
Nah, I be cursing like every other sentence, so I ain't really too good.
Okay.
It's gonna slip. I don't want to fuck your channel up, bro.
Oh, yeah. You busting it right there, but okay.
Go ahead, mute your mic if you got to. So we can carry on with the show.
We got you though, G-Bag. Appreciate you coming up. I Am Heat. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yo, I just wanted to say peace and blessings, Newstoter, and peace and blessings to the family, man. I love all y'all. This is the greatest time to be alive, to see the unity that we got going on. And I just wanted to say, once we stick our teeth in these people, bro, and we focus and we lock in, there's nothing they can really do about the history of what we got going on. All this is basically, family, is distractions. They try to do the gender war thing to try to pit us against each other. This is time to lock in, focus, and set aside in. As we can see right now, Elon Musk and the small hat community going against each other. And right now we're in tune with everything. Not to mention Michael Rapaport, he's part of that small hat community. And on top of that, the lady with the we won't forget stuff. All that ties into that we won't forget as well, because who owns these labels that put out this degenerate image of us? who owns the basketball players who got them taking knees and the football players who got them taking knees for their war that's not even entitled to our stripes and struggles. So like I said, we locked in right now. And as far as Diddy, he's a paid for bootleg. I could care less what happens to these celebrities because they don't speak up for us. They're bought and paid for. We're so far removed from all of that. So they can miss us with all of that right there. And on top of that, I want to say, Michael Rapaport, you cannot conflict the thought of you being with a black woman is going to save you, because the slave masters had plenty black women that they beck and call. So, I mean, like, what are we really doing? Well, we need to lock in on him and silence his voice at all. He's not invited to the cookout. That invitation to the cookout is no more at this point until we get what we need for us and we're at to what we need to be at in this place called America and this life, and get back what we need. All that is dismissed. It has no. It don't stand for what we going for. On top of that, I wanted to say, Diddy, the vote blue no matter who. He's been a paid operative, and he shows that time and time again. I don't care what happens to him, if he fails or not, because his background is not clean. The Keefe D thing with the Tupac, all that is they don't pull him and question him for that. And now this is coming up too. So I mean, people are locking in on him. They're going to give him that Cosby treatment, and the dominant society will lock in on him. And if they're going to break that tool, break that tool. He don't suffice for us. He never helped us in anything. If anything, he took advantage of our people more than anything, and promoted generosity for us with these small hat people. They're all on the same team and the same side, and we're on a different side of that. So this is basically a distraction. And like I said, we on code right now more than ever, and I'm loving it. And let's see, I had something else I wanted to say. Yeah, that was very, very important, but I just lost my mind. But Newstoter, you did lock it in, and no taxation. She did say a lot of things that I had on my mind and my plate too. And I just wanted to say, man, peace, love, and reparations. These people are scared at the strength, and the uncode is like they've never seen us so focused like we locked in right now, and it's an amazing time right now. So with that said, I just want to say, let's keep it up. Let's lock in on them. They already going against each other. All we got to do is focus down and fight down, and it's a wrap for them. It's a wrap. Like I said, I used to do music too, but when I seen how it was hurting my people, I fell back, and I was like, man, it's more to life than this music stuff. I gained me a trade. I learned me some things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not one of those people that's going to, fall into this little trap. It's a bigger picture, and we locked in and focused. I love everybody, man, and right there, I land my cherry, you know what I'm saying? Peace and love to the room.
Definitely. Peace to you too, brother. Appreciate
back, man. Love you back.
Definitely. Appreciate you coming up and dropping some knowledge as well too. That was actually Sister Trouble that came up here, but that I know you said no taxation, but that was Sister Trouble. She came up here and definitely laid it down as well too. So appreciate you coming on up here. I see my boy Rock Roller's up in the spot. It's been a little minute, but what's up, Rock Roller? I see you down there in the listener section as well too. So shout out to you and Cali Love and some other people that's down in the listener section as well too. Let me go ahead and get back to Roz. Roz, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yeah, how you doing, Newstoter? I'm not gonna stay on long. I just wanted to say with Michael Rapaport, that Deep Blue Sea scene where the shark come and eat them up. Just keep looking at that over and over again, or clip that and put that out there every time we talk. He is on this. He's on these X Spaces, or he's doing whatever TikTok, and he is annoying. When was the last time he ever been, like you said, been in anything significant? I think it was Deep Blue Sea, and that shark came and ate him. So that's a good thing. I definitely wanted to say to rock the vote. It has been Sean Combs. That's been his forte, trying to get us to go out and vote no matter what. So I agree with the brother. I am heat. He brought the heat, and I definitely appreciate what the brother said. And thank you for letting me speak. I'm going to dock my yacht. Y'all have a wonderful night. I'm going to be listening.
Thank you, Roz. We appreciate you coming in. It's been a little minute since you came in, so it was good to hear from you been a little while, but I'm glad that you came up in the space tonight and spoke. We ain't gonna keep it going too much longer. We realize it's a it's a Sunday night as well too, so we get a couple more speakers up here if we can. For those that may want to speak, come on up here. Definitely, like I say, guys, support Newstoter on Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all of that good stuff. For those that's able to, $1 to the platform is what we're looking to get. So I think we got I forgot who was donated earlier, but damn, I gave him a shout out, but I can't remember who it was, but I'll have to look and see. But definitely for anybody that can,
Shout him out
I
again.
gotta go and look at the Cash App. I gotta look because I forgot who it was. It was so long ago. I forgot who it was, but they support all the time too. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to them as well too. So shout out. I'm gonna go ahead and look, but definitely for those that can, $Newstoter, $Newstoter. And the Venmo and PayPal is up in the Jumbotron. And for those that's on YouTube, you see the Cash App on the screen. The Venmo and PayPal, that's up in the description as well, too, guys. So we got our people up here. Let me go ahead and get to no taxation. Then I'm going to get to Rock Roll, and I get to you, Original, since you spoke earlier. How you doing tonight, no taxation?
Trying to make it to tomorrow. That's all I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to do nothing too important. I've been cooking for 2 days, and it ain't got nothing to do with Thanksgiving. So, I can't imagine. I can't imagine having to. I don't do it often. I just, because I'm too old. But I can't imagine being younger and having to cook in these days and times, as expensive as food is. So I'm just throw that out here. I hope everybody in the room is doing good. What is Remy, AKA? I didn't understand that.
It was a movie where he played
yeah. You ever seen you seen Higher Learning before? He was Remy. His name.
Directed it, remember?
Yeah.
Who was in it?
Ice Cube, Busta Rhymes, Omar Epps. They was in college, and then you had they was on college on this racist campus supposed to be called Columbus because it was named after Christopher Columbus. And the black students always got sweated on there. But at first, Omar Epps and Remy and Michael Rapaport character Remy was straight or whatever. But Remy ended up getting hooked in with these skinheads. And to make a long story short, he ended up doing a mass shooting on the campus. And Tyra Banks was Omar Epps' girlfriend on there, and she ended up getting killed. So yeah, and Remy, that was his character on there. So that's why I put Remy.
What's the name of that? Because I'm gonna have to go watch that. I don't think
it's called Higher Learning.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go check that out because I just can't. I can't with a whole lot of dumb shit. Which is Michael Rapaport. He has never, ever, ever done anything in his life except for talk about black folks. He don't even talk about his own folks. He talks about black folks. And the reason he does that is because it got nothing to do with his wife, got nothing to do with he wants to be a part of the culture. It has everything to do with a check. So let's be real clear about who he is. See, everything is relative to me. I don't see any difference between Dylan Roof, Michael Rapaport, or other people that are enemies of black people. It's all the same thing. Rapaport didn't go into a church and gun people down, but he guns us down with his mouth for generations, decades, a whole generation of people. He has done nothing but talk greasy and slimy about black folks. That's all.
He a sucker.
Say what now?
Remy is sucker. That's his problem.
Thing. He ain't ran up on the right one. That's what it is. That's why he hangs out with industry people, because industry people move a certain way because they're trying to protect their check.
But yeah, he tried it with KD, Kevin Durant, the basketball player, and KD checked him though. He ain't want to fight then.
Yeah, because he ain't in that industry. Kevin Durant, and I'm gonna tell you something.
Shout out to Southeast DC too. Southeast in the building.
To say Kevin Durant's mother raised him right. Believe that. And no, he's not the kind of guy you just gonna run up on and talk greasy about, because his foundation does a lot of wonderful things. Kevin Durant, a lot of wonderful things for black kids. Period. His mother runs it now. So that's what I think about Michael Rapaport. And if I ever see him in the streets, I'm gonna spit on him, and I mean that. I'm gonna spit on him. I'm gonna try to get as close as I can and spit in his face if I can.
Bring it all the way back.
I ain't gonna lie. I can't. I don't fool with nothing about no Michael Rapaport.
No,
No.
it's the hell. This one of us walking by and get him. Don't get him. You don't need to kind of. Don't waste your joint on him.
My spit. Don't waste my spit. He ain't worth it.
Get a shadow around.
Okay, Diddy. Listen, y'all got to really pay attention to this, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because let's not pretend that Diddy is not the one that they roll out every 4 years. The Democrats. Let's not pretend that Diddy is not one of the ones that they use every 4 years. The Democrats. Let's not pretend that Diddy didn't get his money from the Democrats. Let's not pretend that Diddy didn't do the what was it, vote or die, or whatever he got going on. He always got a little slogan for the Democrats. So that's who Diddy is. And this is a multi-layered situation, because what we have to do, black folks, this is why we have to watch it, because he is a tool for the Democrats. And so what we need to be looking for is, are they going to try to ease him back in next year? Because he's going to have to lay low all year, right? Are they going to try to ease him back in next year so they can roll him out in the spring, the Democrats? Or are they going to say that we don't need him anymore? And the reason
I don't think they can use him no more than no taxation.
Well, here's the thing. Well, listen, let me tell you something. Worse than that has happened to people, and they are still being used. Okay? But here's my thing. If they say, we're not going to use him anymore, this will be the reason why. Because they don't need the black vote no more. Here, you hear me? I want y'all to pay attention to it for that. Now, past that, the human part of that was the political part, but the human part of that is, I believe every word Cassie said. Why do I believe every word Cassie said? Because he paid. That wasn't no payment just to get rid of her and make her shut up. That was a payment to squash things. I think, and the way, it takes time to move that kind of money now. It ain't like he went to the bank and said, give her $30 million. It don't happen like that. And so, because that's what she asked for, was $30 million, right? But they said that he paid her and her attorneys, so she didn't have to pay her attorneys. But here's the other thing about it. Diddy has been using black folks just as much as Michael Rapaport has. So for me, there's no difference. I don't know one thing that Diddy has done. They say he got a school down there, somewhere down to the city. I ain't never seen it. I don't ever hear anybody talking about it. I don't know if he got kids in it. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know if he got the school or not. They say he got a school, but who does that school help and what are they teaching? Diddy has not done anything for black people. He doesn't even entertain us no more. I believe it because people who are power hungry, they'll do anything for power. And people that that love the limelight and want the light always shining on them, they'll do anything to keep that light on them. Let's not forget that Kim Porter had to give him a nice little scar. Okay? Let's not forget that the Asian girl model, I can't think of it, Kamora Lee, back in the day said that he told her he was going to kick that baby out of her. Okay? So let's not pretend that he's been a friend to black folks because he has not. He has. If Diddy really, really wanted black folks to move forward, we would know that. We would see that, and he would be working towards that. Diddy hadn't done nothing. He got that Revolt TV thing. And he puts people over there. I don't know if he's paying those people decently or not. I have no idea because I don't watch Revolt because I don't like Diddy and I don't support anybody I don't like. That's just me. So I ain't never been on the Diddy bandwagon.
He don't even own Revolt, sister. He's just the face of it. He don't even own it. Some folks from India do.
Like the Ciroc then. Because they say he don't own that either.
Just a spokesperson.
See? So, I don't know. The few things that intimate details I know about Diddy came from, a friend of mine she wasn't in that camp, but she was in New York at the time. She's out of D.C. and she was in New York at the time. And she was closer friends with Andre, the one that died wore the glasses. The one that did the real work.
Andre Harrell.
Yeah, him. And listen, Diddy is poison to our community. And I'm going to tell you why. Because he's on that Democratic plantation. And not one time have I heard Diddy say, we need to be fighting for reparations. I ain't never heard him say that. So as far as Diddy is concerned, if Diddy is finished, hey, so be it. He never affected me directly or indirectly. But I say get him out the way because 2023 needs to tell everybody's story and book about who's for us and who's not for us. And let the covers get snatched off of everybody. How about that? Including Diddy and Michael Rapaport and the rest of them. And I'm going to leave it there.
If Diddy talked about on that one, sister, for sure, that's definitely fire. And I was gonna say, all this is doing is giving Uncle Murder more gossip to talk about on the Rapaport 2023. Can't wait till December come along. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rockwaller, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, what's up, Newstoter, DJ, and shout out to the room. Can y'all hear me?
Hey, what's going on, Rockwaller? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I just, y'all pretty much stole my thunder about Michael Rapaport because I was gonna come up and bring up the point about that movie, Higher Learning, and the reason why he was cast in that movie is because do y'all remember when Ice Cube made his first album, America's Most Wanted? He made it in New York, and the Rapaport dude is from New York. He used to hang around with all those rappers. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we got in that movie because Ice Cube co-signed that crack. And I want to say this. If it wasn't for John Singleton and Ice Cube, nobody would never know who that cracker was, bro. And I'm going to land right there.
So Cube, he used to hang around Cube is what you're saying?
No, when Cube was making that album, America's Most Wanted, he made that album in New York. A lot of folks think he made it in California. But he actually made that album in New York. And he had a bunch of rappers and a bunch of folks around him. And there was this silly ass cracker that was hanging around these rappers. And his name was Michael Rapaport. That's how we got in good with these rappers. And when John Singleton came out with that movie, How You Learning, it was Ice Cube.
All facts.
Absolutely. It was Ice Cube that convinced John Singleton to bring him in that movie. So
Okay.
like I said, if it wasn't for John Singleton or Ice Cube, Michael Rapaport would be a goddamn. Nobody would never know who he is, bro. Period.
Appreciate that, Roller. And I'm trying to think too. Did he play? And I know the Ice Cube. The first album came out before this movie, but when did it was a movie Zipperhead. Did he not play in that movie and had like a black girlfriend? Y'all find a Zipperhead, man. Somebody look on YouTube, see if he was in the movie with Zipperhead, because I swear he played in that movie. Not Zipperhead, but Zebrahead. And I'm thinking that the girlfriend of his was the one that was on Dead Presidents that was Lorenz Tate's girlfriend's sister on there. That she played his love interest or whatever. But I believe he played in that movie. Like I said, he plays with they put him typecast him in some of these movies, and he's got always a black girlfriend or a black love interest or because also Rock Raleigh he was in
Poetic Justice. Damn, I gotta go back and look at that one. He was in there.
No, not Poetic Justice.
No, I'm saying he was in there. I'm looking at his discography. You know what I mean?
When was he in Poetic? I don't even remember. He must have had just a tiny role in Poetic. I don't even remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, damn, he was in that, and that's what I'm saying.
Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say when you said something. I forgot. Damn.
Hey, and Newstoter, think about this. He was also cast in 4 movies, not just Higher Learning, where he played a racist and a white supremacist. He was cast in 4 movies. So they would cast him in these movies because that role for him was just natural to him. That's who he was. So go back and check it out. He had 4 movies.
That was a hard movie.
Facts, Wilder. That's facts.
And I think Cube had him in the Second Friday too. He was a mailman in the Second Friday too.
Yeah, he was in Bamboozle, bro.
I know he was in Bamboozle because he was the one. He was the executive behind the whole thing that had this whole plantation theme show or whatever. And then he told Damon Wayne, he's like, look, I know more about your people than you do. Like my wife is black. Like, so he's, like I said, he's always he's either a skinhead, he got a black love interest. It's one of the two. Either a skinhead or he got a black love. He got a black woman or he a skinhead. It's one of the two. And like, go back to Zebrahead. You ain't DJ. Did you see Zebrahead? Was he in there?
I'm looking for. I don't see nothing with no Zebrahead.
I'm gonna look myself then. Go ahead, original. I'm gonna look myself. I believe he was in there. Go ahead. It's something like that movie, but go ahead. You got it, original.
Okay, appreciate it. And no taxation. I want to share this with you. Now remember what you said about Diddy or Puppet, whatever the heck he's calling himself these days. But remember, now although I have issue with this guy too, remember when Byron Allen was suing Comcast and Spectrum or whatever these cable companies were, and then they threw it out there that they had black representation on cable, and they cited him and Magic Johnson, and then Byron threw out there that they only owned about he and Magic both only owned about maybe 3% of those outlets. So they were not the owners; they were just a face to get black people to watch. That was it. It's been said all along. These people, they are nothing but tools, and they are used to lure us over to these people so that they can pimp us to make money, and that's it. So I tell people all the time, I said, look, just because, do your research, because see, the same thing happened when that Bounce TV came out. They said it was black owned, and when I conducted research on it, it was not black owned. But they used their other tools.
UPN 9, remember, they all started off with black entertainment and grew their channels off of us.
Exactly. But with that Bounce TV, they threw Andy Young out there to say, come on, we got our own. No, we don't. But I want to share this with everybody. If you don't have this book, get that book, The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. And that right there will really tell the truth about who these parasitic people are. We've only had a parasitic relationship with these people. They have never been our friend. I found information that they used back in the 1910s and 20s. They did more blackface than any other group. And the reason they did it was to take the target off of their backs and put it on ours. That's not a friend. That's a parasite. And people need to understand that. But I would suggest that, and see, and also, how many people remember when when the issue was now with Kyrie Irving, and Mr. Farrakhan put this video out, and he said that they invited him to some kind of dinner, and they wanted him to refute the book, The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews, and what they told. See, they did the same thing that Michael Rapaport did. He said they told him, "Don't you want to be remembered favorably in history?" He said they told him and said, "Well, we can make sure that favorable things are written about you in history." And then come to find out, Mr. Farrakhan said, "I can't lie to my people." Okay, that's what he basically told them. They had a dinner and stuff, and they wanted him. He said this one guy pulled out some papers and wanted him. He said no. And see now, we all know now. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say we all know, but I know had that been Al or Jesse, they would have refuted everything. Just like, and let's not forget when that book, Souls of Black Folks, when Du Bois talked about in the original printing of that book, when he talked about the people who was exploiting the situation in the South during Reconstruction, he named them as Jews. But because he was a part of the NAACP, so that's the Spin Guard and some others, they coerced him to say that, change that from Jews to immigrants. So that if you don't have the original printing of that book and you read it and it says immigrant, more than likely you're thinking that some Europeans or whatever came over here and they was exploiting the South. It was not. It was the European Jews that was doing that. That's what that was. And there is this. It's called the something slave society. It's an annual report. I'm not at my computer right now, but in that report, they said that there was nothing analogous to the enslavement of black folks with it had anything to do with them. So, like I say, this group has never. Michael Rapaport saying, "Well, you gonna need this. Y'all better get out." I don't give a damn what happened to you, but you don't give a damn what happened to me. So the truth is the truth, and if you can't take it, like I said, but if everybody, I know at one point that book, The Secret Relationship, it was on a PDF online. But if you can get that book, buy it or whatever, get that book so you can arm yourself, and when you come in contact with these parasites, you will know how to handle them. And I'm gonna land with that.
Real quick, y'all, and everybody, they sending up like in the comment section, like, yeah, he was in that movie Zebrahead. That movie came out like 91, 92. And I'm telling, and the black girl was his love interest on that. So yeah, he's always, like I said, in all these movies, either like Rock Raleigh said, the joke either a Nazi or he's some kind of damn racist, or he's got him a black wife or a black girlfriend. It like never fails. Like or he's he's kind of like the honorary brother out of the group or whatever. So it's always one of these things. Like I say, he's made his bones in the actual black genre and black culture, whatever, as well too. So that's where he comes from. And then when you get people like that, they'll tell you that they know more about black people. They'll out black you. They'll out black you because they listen to black music and this and that. You can't tell them that they're not actual black as well too. So I knew it. I'm like, Zebrahead. Like, no, I never even watched the damn movie either. I remember when they used to show it all the time. I'm like, man, even as I was a teen, I might have been a preteen. I wasn't even a teenager at the time, preteen. I'm like, man, I don't want to watch this. Even when I was like 12 years old, 11, I'm like, man, I'm not trying to watch this right here. Like, I don't want to see this. And I never watched it. But I remember them showing it all the time. All the time they used to show Zebrahead. And like I said, on Bamboozle, his wife was black. And either he's Remy or he's some kind of clown or whatever. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that. Like I knew. I'm like, damn, I like somebody gonna find Zebrahead. And sure enough, they found Zebrahead. So shout out to y'all. Cause I'm like, damn. I'm like, nobody remembers that. If you in your early 40s, I'm like, I know y'all, it wasn't no huge movie, it wasn't no box office smash and nothing like that. But they were still, even then they was trying to kind of mix it in. And matter of fact, he was a white Jewish boy. He was a Jewish boy. Yeah. He was a Jewish boy, and his love interest was a black girl. And I'm telling you, it's the black girl that was on that was on Dead Presidents, the sister, not the one Lorenz Tate had the kids from, but the sister, the one that ended up dying in the bank heist, she was a love interest on there. So yeah, kind of took me back for a minute. I'm like, I was like, yeah, I know about this, man. Come on. Let me go ahead and get to I Am Heat. I know you was having some issues. Go ahead and unmute your mic. And shout out, let me give a shout out back to, it was Cruise Control that donated on Cash App. So shout out to Cruise Control guys, and let's see if we get at least one or two other people to donate at least $1 to the platform. But go ahead, I Am Heat.
Yeah, I'm gonna donate too as well. But I just wanted to say these last two things as well. Somebody spoke about that book between the relationships of Jews and blacks. That also ties into when the hip hop music was gravitating to where we wanted it to, when we were speaking about politics and the way we've been treated and everything. These people, the same people, had a meeting to change the messaging of our music to where it is now, to where we don't have really conscious music like that. And then on top of that, there was this backup singer that Diddy had called Jaguar Wright, when she exposed him. Right now she's homeless, and he was trying to, like, you know, find somebody to take care of her like he usually does. But the matter of the fact is she's homeless, so they couldn't get a location on her, you know, to silence her like they wanted to. So that's just another thing, you know, the seal the bees to Diddy's coffin, you know, those dirty, all that dirt that under the rug that comes up under him, from up under him. Everybody's been exposing him for the longest. All these people tried to make, like she said, all these people tried to make tell-all books about Diddy and everything. Diddy, Heavy D winded up dead. John Herrera winded up dead. So it's like all these other people who tried to speak about the things inside the industry, they wind up silenced or having a heart attack out of nowhere. And I just find that to be, you know, very ironic that it benefits him at every and all costs. So I just wanted to land my plane there, and I'm about to donate to Newstoter now. Peace and love, family.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Let me give a shout out to my man, Rock Roller, for always showing love as always. Back to Jaguar Wright. Jaguar said a lot of crazy stuff now, y'all. I'm not saying what she don't say, some of the stuff don't be true, but it ain't a person in the industry Jaguar ain't got like some beef with. Like Jaguar, like, I mean, she be talking about Beyonce, anybody you could think of. Jaguar got a story for Jay-Z. I don't care who it is. Mary J. Blige. I mean, she's got and it ain't flattering stories either. I mean, she be going in. Nas, I mean, I don't know about Nas, but Foxy Brown, like, she says a lot of stuff. So I'm not saying that, you know, she worked with people and stuff like that. She knows the inner trappings of the industry and stuff. So I'm not going to say what she's saying. Some of the stuff she said not true, but I will say this, that pretty much everybody that you could think of, she could come up with a story for them and whatnot as well, too. So, you know, I'm just going to leave it like that. So I don't take what you want from Jaguar. You know, like I say, Jaguar, she's got a lot of stuff she be saying, and I'm sure with anything, there's some truth in it, but also, like I said, you got to kind of be careful, because she has absolutely no filter, and it's not if she mentions anybody, it's not really normally going to be too flattering as well, too. So I just want to put that part in there, because Jaguar, she says a lot of stuff straight up. We got a no taxation up here. We're gonna get the no taxation. If anybody coming up in the room, definitely shut a room out tonight, guys. We're talking about the situation with Diddy. Is he finished? Is Diddy is it over with for him? It has the bad boy career. Has it you know, gone down the toilet? I don't know. Can he come back? I know, and no taxation made a great point. She was saying a lot of times they use people like that, you know, for political shields and stuff like that. The only thing, no taxation, I was saying, I know you say people have done worse. The only thing is in this climate, you know, with what he, you know, what she accused him of and stuff like that, I think it'll be kind of hard to bring Diddy back up there. And shout out to I Am Heat for his contribution on Cash App, but I don't know. You know, I don't know if he can, you know, if you can totally come back from that. I don't know if they really want to align with, you know, with the accusations that he's been hit with and stuff like that. Do you really want to align that? Because if you do, you're going to piss a number of women off. You're going to piss some men off as well, too. So I don't want to just say it's going to be women. It'll be more women but you're going to piss a number of men off as well too. If you bring Diddy back out there and you trot him up there and you're trying to drum up support for a political structure, for voting and everything else, you're going to piss people off. And you're definitely going to piss off a number of Democratic women if you bring him out there as well too. So I don't know. I don't know if he may be radioactive at this point in time. Now, I know time heals all wounds and stuff like that as well too. But and you're right. And sometimes people have had worse and they've been able to come back and stuff. But he definitely, in this 2024 presidential election that's coming up next year, he's going to be a no factor from what I can see. There's no way that you can trot him back out there next year to try to drum up support and get some votes and stuff like that without, a bunch of people with picket signs and people upset to the point that, hey, why are you using him? So I don't think that. I'm from a commercial standpoint, I'm wondering, is he, you talk about somebody that could really, Diddy, his name was his cachet and everything else like that. He could make money. He could bank. You could build around him and stuff like that. I'm not sure if that's at this point in time right now. I don't think you can't launch any kind of advertisement around Diddy at this point in time. Not in the foreseeable future, not right now. I mean, if you got a clothing line coming out or you got the alcohol or whatever, I just don't see how you can put him out there without pissing a lot of people off. I just, at this point in time now, we know sometimes when things blow over, things may be different and this and that or whatever. But at this particular time, you can't put Diddy out there. You can't put him out there and say, you know what, we got this new company coming out and we like to have him as a spokesperson. No, the blowback will be significant. No, you can't put him out there. A lot of these women groups are not going to allow you to put him out there as well too. They will be picketing, they will be protesting, they will be online. That is just, it ain't going to fly at this point in time. Maybe 3-4 years down the road, maybe 5 years down the road. In 2023, 2024, even 2025. And like I say, we don't know if this is not about to snowball here as well too. We don't know if it's going to snowball. We don't know who else going to come out. And like I say, off the Life After Death album, Biggie had a song, I Got a Story to Tell. We don't know who else got a story to tell about this right here. So it's kind of wait and see approach, but I don't think that the man who at one time everything he touched had the Midas touch and it went to gold. I don't think that you can allow really Diddy to go out here and commercially, stand behind him, get behind him, because it's going to have too much of a blowback at this point in time. You're going to have, I'm telling you, you're going to have women group coming out the same way, or you have at some of these athletes and stuff that's been accused or being arrested or anything, and you have women out there protesting and picketing and everything else. You put Diddy around a certain product or this or that or whatever. The cachet that he had, he some of that luster is worn off right now with this right here, whether right or wrong, whether he did it or not. The fact of the matter that he was accused, and the fact that he had to go ahead, he didn't have to go ahead, but he did go ahead within a day, and he went ahead and he settled. And from what everybody in this space believe, he settled for a multi-million-dollar settlement. The terms are not disclosed and everything else like that, and I'm sure. You got an NDA also signed with this or whatever, but I think that's pretty much. I think at this point he's kind of radioactive. I don't think you can really touch him at this point in time right there. If you're trying to have a brand that's gonna reach all kind of people out there, I think that it won't fly at this point in time. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, and that's not to say 5-10 years down the scene that he may not be able to come back stronger. We saw at one time, rest in peace, Kobe. When Kobe was accused of the situation in Colorado, Kobe lost all his endorsements at one time, but Kobe slowly got it back. At one time, Kobe was considered radioactive, but Kobe slowly got it back, never fully to the point that he once had before, but he did get it back and stuff like that. So, but it took time. He had to build up cash and everything like that. So, but like I say, this here, I don't know. I'll be surprised if in the next couple of years he can get it back like that too. Especially, like I said, this lady, she's not only telling by herself, she was talking about stories of him. She was trying to tie this man up into Godfather type like scenarios and stuff like that as well too. So I don't know, but I'm gonna let Sister No Taxation come up here and say her piece though. Go ahead, No Taxation. You got it.
You're right. The block is hot for him. But the question is, can they cool it off for him? See, that's the big question. That's why I said we got to watch it. Because the block is hot for him. And I ain't talking about nobody in this room. But I'm going to tell y'all something. For real, Americans in general have a 2-second attention span. And all they have to do is...
Bang, I can put my hand down now. There you go. That's all I wanted to tell you.
You understand? Like, all they have to do is throw something else in front of America.
Hey, sis, you gonna stop buying cherry Ciroc? No. You gonna stop buying a pineapple one? No. You know what I'm saying? No.
But you know, the thing about it is we cannot pretend that Diddy is not being used by the powers that be every 4 years for that Democratic plantation. And that means something in this country. It means something in this country. See, people in this room is enlightened. Okay? See, we passed all that. We know what the game is. But there's so many more people out there that do not know. They just don't know. And we have to understand that. So, if the block is hot for it, here's my thing. There's a little chatter out there about what used to happen and all those different types of things. And people are saying, remember when this happened and remember when that happened. Well, maybe she did file in New York, and she had a week. They say she had 1 week. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been able to file because statute of limitations, right? And so she went on and filed. And so, pay her for her pain. And that's just what that is. I ain't mad at nobody that gets paid for their pain. And she must have had some concrete proof in order to even get an attorney. Because ain't nobody just fitting to go up there just because you came in my office and said Diddy sexually assaulted me and I want to file a lawsuit. Where you proof at? Because going up against Diddy is going up against a machine. See, that's the thing. And so the machine lost. And they're trying to brush it up underneath the rug quickly, which tells me that they might need Diddy again. They don't know. See, this is the first time in my generation and in my mother's, because y'all know I talk about my mother all the time. She's 91, 92 years old, and so I still, we talk every day. This is the first time that we have ever seen anything on the political landscape that looks like this. You all are in the part of history, and I will say this. The reason that Diddy stuff has come to light, that has everything to do with Black Twitter as well. See, she snatched the covers off of him legally by filing the lawsuit. But my thing is this: we know how white supremacy works. So here it goes. Here's the scenario. She goes to the attorneys and she says to the attorneys, "This is what I want to do." And they say, "Well, do you have proof?" And she says, yes. She showed them a couple of things. And they say, "Okay, we'll take your case." But Diddy's in New York. She filed in New York. All the attorneys know each other. He's part of a machine. He lives in New York and other places, but that's his hometown. And so what these attorneys do to be gracious to other attorneys that they know, go to lunch with, have drinks with, all that kind of stuff, call them and say, "Look, your client got a problem, and there's proof." And they say, "Well, let's call her bluff." See, and because they said they offered her something, and she did not accept it. Okay, so it had to be less than that $30 million that she was asking for, because they said they offered her 8 figures, and she declined. So it had to be at least $10 million, right? That much we know, right? She wanted 30. That much we know, right? And so she said no. And her attorneys probably said, "Well, she's not going to accept your offer, And unfortunately, we got to file a lawsuit. We're going to file. And his attorneys probably say, yeah, well, let's file. Go ahead and file. And they filed, and Diddy probably told them, no, make this go away. Make this go away. And it's hard to move $30 million, even in this country, if you're a billionaire. Okay? You just don't go to the bank and say, let me get 30 million of my dollars. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. And she got paid off quickly. That was in 24 hours. Come on now. She had to have had concrete proof, more than one receipt, to say this is what I was up against, in order for him to want to make her be quiet. So she's quiet now because I'm quite sure she had to sign some paperwork, right? Saying shut up, don't ever say nothing again for the rest of your life, right?
NDA.
Right. But now, everybody don't have no NDA. See? So, what Diddy is looking
at... A lot didn't have an NDA. There you go.
You see what I'm saying? So now, he's in a position where he got to vote or die. You know what I'm saying? He's in a position...
Reparations, Mr. You know what I'm saying? Reparations.
He's in a position where he hope don't nobody else talk. Okay? Because if people continue to talk, and the block is already hot, yeah, he gonna be toast. He gonna be toast. But with the attention span of Americans, the holidays coming, Super Bowl is coming, the concerts. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Give me 2 bottles of coconut Ciroc, sister, when you go to the store.
In the middle of one of the most contentious presidential campaigns we have ever had in this country, in my lifetime, in my mama's lifetime.
I don't care about no Diddy, I'm broke.
And black folks are on deck. See, that's what makes everything so different. Black folks are on deck. See, because the Democrats have lost a major portion of the black vote. And they can't, I've been watching it, they can't push for those immigrants to vote anymore because the white folks is not happy. See, quiet as it's kept, they're going to do something about that. Some of them is getting up out of here. I'm going to tell you that right. Some of them immigrants is getting up out of here. I can tell you that right now. Whether Biden stays in or whether Biden goes out, they finna get up out of here because all the jobs are filled now. It's over. Okay? And Democrats is between a catch-22. They got an old man that jumps up and shakes people's hands in the middle of a meeting, and you know what he did to that Chinese president and stuff, you know, and walks around, don't know where he's going and all that kind of stuff. And then they got this woman out here hollering she's black, and the black folks saying no, she's not. And then we saying reparations, and they're saying whoa. Let's see if we can't get these immigrants to vote. And one of the biggest tools that they have every 4 years just had to kick out some money, millions of dollars, behind a SA case and all that kind of stuff. And now it's chatter amongst that. They don't have that many. That's why they went and got Sexy Red now. They done went from Diddy to Sexy Red. The Democrats did. So if that doesn't tell you where they are in this country, I don't know what else to tell you. They had Cardi B. Remember when Cardi B came out? Everybody was like, Cardi B. But now they got Sexy Red. That's who they got on their side. Okay? And truthfully, maybe they can't afford to lose Diddy. I don't know. I don't know how many votes he brings in. I don't know how many people he brings to the polls, because I ain't never paid too much attention to Diddy like that. But depending on how many votes that he knows he can bring in, and if they need them votes, listen, news, they'll clean it up like they do everything else. They'll use them for that. Then they'll throw them away like trash, because that's the way white supremacy moves and operates. It's a multi-layered thing. And if they had to kick out 30, say he didn't do it. Say he didn't use his own money. Say somebody else put the money up. He might have to work that off. I mean, we just don't know. We really don't know. But what we do know is white supremacy can move like that, because we've seen it happen before. And the block is hot for Diddy. The block is hot. But the one that made it hot, she ain't saying a word. She can't say nothing else. See? So let's see what's next. And if he makes it through the holidays, up until the spring, and it keeps his nose down to the ground, because his buddy that was married to Kamora Lee, that other Simmons, the no good one, when they started talking about him and them underage girls, he went to Bali, remember? See?
So Russell.
Yeah. He left the whole country and moved to Bali. And he was getting ready to have some cases on him with some underage girls. And he took his money and ran. And spent it all. I don't know if he spent it all.
But Russell's back over here now, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's back now. But he left this country and stayed gone for a good time, a long time. But he always had property here, and he got kids, his kids and all that kind of stuff. So he got ties to the country, just like Diddy does. The other part about it is, regarding Diddy, where is his mama? Is she dead? Because he used to roll her out pretty daggone quick about stuff, remember? All of a sudden, we ain't heard his mama. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of that stuff he does, that Diddy was doing, it's true. Now, I believe Cassie. But now the rest of them, I don't know. It could be a bandwagon type effect. It sounds like he hates black women. And if he does, where'd he get that from? Where'd he get that from?
Why you think he hates black women, no tax?
Because he treats them like shit. That's why. He treated Kim Porter like shit. He treated...
No, what? Don't drop the bombs over. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. That's what... I got to go get the PayPal. The cash app now. Because I say every time I cuss, I'm a... I got to do the donate. I got, like, put a quarter in the jar back in the day. My mom used to make me do it because I can cuss to make it rhyme. That's what she tell folks. But, but you understand what I'm saying? He treats the black women like nothing. Like they're...
I know he loved that J-Lo, though.
Didn't he? And didn't lay a hand on her. How about that? But the rest of them, he put his hands on.
I thought he was gonna never stop making songs about Jennifer Lopez. Good Lord.
When that gunfire happened, she knew to get away because, see, Jennifer Lopez was never stupid about the game. She knew what she was doing.
Jenny from the block.
Jennifer Lopez knew she was going to make it on him. Because she knew she had a big behind and she knew what it would do.
She said she was black too, yo.
Yeah.
When she said she was black?
Oh, she said...
Well, hell yeah, you ain't know that?
No, I ain't never hear that.
Jenny from the block used to have a little, now I got a lie. What you know about that joint? I know. But
you see what I'm saying? So it's a multi-layered thing, and that's why I said we really got to watch it. And the reason we really have to watch it, those of us that are enlightened and in this room, is because it's going to show us the hand of white supremacy on the Democratic plantation. That's why. Because they're going to show their hand with Diddy. And it's not going to happen until next year. They ain't going to, unless something else pops off and they say hands off. But they got him on ice right now. And he needs to stay on ice for a long time. I don't care if he never come back, me personally. But as far as politics is concerned, he's going to have to stay on ice through the holidays all the way up until the spring. But the way things is moving so fast these days, who knows? I'm with you, Toda. If he can come back from this, baby, whoever his handlers are, there's some powerful white folks. There's some real powerful white folks. There's some white folks we don't know. We don't see them kind of white folks on TV. It ain't no TV white folks. It's different white folks. Okay?
They the Asians. Yeah, because Cassie mentioned Sony in her lawsuit.
There you go.
It's the other white folks. The Slanted Hour one.
Yeah, thank you. That's what we have.
But look, hold on a second, though. I'm about to put something else up in the game. So they also say back then Biggie was trying to leave Bad Boy and go sign with Jay-Z and Charlie Baltimore to start the commission. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget about Undies Entertainment when Jigga stabbed Lance on Rivera, you know what I'm saying, in the club. You know what I'm saying? Diddy and Jigga tight. Now look all of shicey stuff Jigga is accused of too. You see what I'm saying? So you know,
and you see they roll him and his wife out every 4 years.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's a part of the game. But you know, our folks be talking about that too. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, it's a secret society. All we ask is trust. Rockefeller.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, some of them secrets is coming out of the closet now, ain't they? Some of them secrets is coming on out, and I'm gonna tell you why they're coming out. Because they can't fool black people anymore. That's why. Because you all's generation has delineated and told everybody, get back, fall back, this is what we gonna do. And if y'all don't like it, kiss our behinds. That's what y'all really basically have told them people. And they ain't never heard that before. Unless you was talking about the Panthers out there in California, or the ones out there in Lowndes County, Alabama. You understand what I'm saying? See, y'all don't understand how important you are to the movement for freedom in this country. The movement for freedom in this country is the push that we have now is because of you all, the enlightened ones. It ain't from my generation, because we tired of sitting down somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I encourage y'all to keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep talking about that delineation thing y'all got going on. Talk about the Negro thing. Talk about the FBA thing. Talk about the Freedmen thing. Talk about all the Black American stuff you need to talk about, and do what you do, because you all got white folks on the run. And they need to run. See? And you all did that. Even up until including Diddy. Because now they got to figure out whether we going to keep him or whether we going to let him go. Because I don't know if he can bring in them votes no more. How about that? Y'all did that. And I'm going to leave it there.
All righty. Thank you, No Taxation. DJ, I guess you go ahead and we'll get ready to close it out. Let you say something and we'll get ready to close it out for the night then.
Let's see
hey.
Reacting. You want to say something real quick?
Real quick. Tomorrow night we're gonna be back. So guys, we'll be here because that's why I did a Sunday night space. We'll be doing one Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but we won't be doing anything. Of course, Thanksgiving Thursday and Wednesday as well too. So definitely come through. We're gonna be doing a review on that actual documentary. I don't know if you guys saw the thing, the Tether documentary. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that too. So this ought to be interesting. So tomorrow night we're probably gonna do the Tether documentary. So you guys come out. We're gonna be talking about that documentary and also one that's dealing with what's going on in Cincinnati with gentrification as well too. So we're gonna be talking about two documentaries in one space. So definitely come out tomorrow night. But a lot of people are talking about the Tether documentary. So guys, definitely check that out tomorrow night.
Yeah, these people are definitely erasing us up here in the tri-state area. I'm definitely looking at apartments out in Delaware right now. There's a lot of joints down there for under $1,000 for 3 bedrooms. Y'all better get on it. Black State of America. Y'all need help. Black State right there, the big red beat right there. But you can ask me too. I know some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And let me since you said that, DJ, let me interrupt. Black had a very, very, very important space yesterday, and he recorded it. And if you didn't partake in any parts of it, you need to go listen to it, because that is real information. Okay? And we need to continue to support those that are for the forward movement of all Black folks. Okay? All of the whoever's trying to move us forward, we need to support them. And Black is definitely supported. I'll coming to the Delaware too.
Hey, my bad on the goals the last night, son. I ate that soul food. My homegirl she put her foot in the yams, bro. I couldn't hang last night, yo. It's over, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Hey, WPI, shout out to you, brother.
I couldn't hang, bro. For real, them yams and them greens was fire last night. I ate the whole thing in one shot, yo. I took a picture. I'm gonna post it on social if y'all want to see it. But Richard, I don't know if you want to say something real quick.
I just want to say this with No Taxation. I want to get her opinion on, because if they send me a message with this foolishness about this Agenda 2025, I'm replying with, I want to know what she think about that, because I'm replying with, I don't give a damn. Y'all don't do a damn thing for black folks. You don't want to give us reparations, and you want to. And then Jim Crow Joe said he would be for it if the Indians are included. Well, we wasn't included when they got reparations back in the 90s. So I would just like to know what you think, because I've been telling people that if they send you something with that Agenda 2025 saying that saying that we got to get out there and vote, I'm like, no, we ain't voting without reparations, plain and simple. And if they can understand that, that lets me know exactly where they stand. And you have to look at these black elected officials, how I came across some information whereby it showed where the former mayor of Atlanta, she was running to D.C. for a mayor's convention talking about the illegal aliens. I'm like, we ain't voting for that, because, see, and the other thing is, I think that maybe they want us to think that our vote is not needed, because, see, the objective of the game is who get the most votes. And so, because they understand that these illegal aliens, once they become legal, they turn Republican. So what they going to do with that in our land?
And that's why you don't see the Republicans chasing after them either, because they know that the ones that are here to stay are the ones that they'll get their vote. And you will see a different Republican Party. They'll start becoming more conservative, see, because it's all about the money. Let's not forget what it's really all about. It's about power and money. Nothing else in this country. Nothing else in this country. That's what it is. That's why racism exists. Because power and money. That's it. And it sounds simple, but it's very complicated at the same time. Here's what I think, original. Here's what I believe. I believe that they're grasping at straws now. I believe that they are between a rock and a hard place right now. See, at first it looked like the Republicans were imploding. Remember? Not so long ago, earlier this year, it looked like the Republicans were imploding within. See how they didn't implode within? See how they still gonna put Trump up? See, that's what white folks, real white folks, do. They get their wagons together after and form a wagon train, because see, they understand money and power. The Democrats was over there laughing. Remember, the beginning of the year, they was laughing and pointing at the Republicans, talking about, look at them, look at them. Now look at the Democrats. They over there crying because they're losing the black vote. Here's what I said in Black Space last night. I said it and I meant it. If you have, and this is your reply to the question you asked. If you have done anything to sign up for anything from the Democratic Party or your local Democrats, you need to, if they're sending you a text, push stop and get off their rolls. Because at this point, that's the only thing we can do to show them we're not with you no more. That's the only thing we can do. Get off the rolls. Get off of their wagon. Get off the Democratic plantation. Don't sign up for nothing. And if you have ever signed up in your life and they put you by email or text or call or whatever they're doing, you need to say, stop. Take me off your list. You tell them just like that. And they are obligated to take you off by law. Okay? And that will show them more than, I'm not fitting to be bothered with you no more. And then they can go cry about that too. And I'm going to leave it there.
All right. That's the way we're going to go ahead and we're going to end it for the night, guys. So we will be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:10 for my people over there on YouTube. Everybody have a good night, and we will check you out tomorrow night. Peace. Be safe.
Peace.